Do you know, it's funny you ask that because everyone has a different opinion on how Jonestown broke up, right? You ask Charli Rose why Jonestown broke up, and she'll tell you she doesn't really know.
So what happened at Rogue? I still don't even know. I mean, I was preparing for one of the biggest matches of my career, and what do I hear? What do I see behind the curtain? The Jonestown breakup that's about to happen that I'm not even a part of. Eddie Jones kicks Dylan Daniels' leg out from under him, and at this point, I'll be the good friend. Who cares that I've got a big match to prepare for, right? I'll come out and try and save this. So I come out, Eddie Jones is there, he's not listening to me, so yeah, I slapped him. He attacks me with a chair. And you know, that's the end of that. I'm not involved in that team, in that breakup.
Eddie Jones says that Jonestown broke up because, well, I was never there, right?
It always ended up just being about those two.
And for me, you know, I've got people in my ear. I feel like Jonestown broke up because the egos got in the way.
So flash forward to Triumphant. We've got this brand new TCW North S title. And at this point, Jonestown isn't a thing. I need something to make my name off. You know, this is the beginning of Charli Rose on her own.
I get taken out of the Triumphant tournament for the North S Championship. But Charli's still in there, and it's Charli's chance to go on to be the first ever North S Champion, right?
And I fight my way through a tournament. And once again, Eddie Jones has injected himself into my spotlight.
I said that I was always going to be there. I wanted to see Charli win this. So I stumble out there and I stop Eddie Jones from screwing Charli Rose out of the North S Championship.
I win. I come out on top. I become the first ever TCW North S champion. But what are people talking about at the end of that night? Not the fact that I won. It was the fact that Dylan Daniels came out and cost Eddie Jones the win.
With me and Charli Rose celebrating, proving that we don't need Eddie Jones, that Charli Rose and Dylan Daniels are still on the same page, still a team.
It was never about me all along, was it? Well, you would think that it would end at Annihilation 7. Eddie Jones versus Dylan Daniels versus... No, that was it. I wasn't even a part of that match. It was like I was never even a part of that team.
Do you know, by the time it got to Annihilation 7, I no longer actually saw this match as the Jonestown breakup. For me, it was Eddie Jones calling me out, saying that I was never any good. And besides, Charli's the North S champion now. She's got bigger things to focus on. She doesn't need to worry about the Eddie Jones ego or the Dylan Daniels ego in all of this, right? We can settle that.
And you're right, I did have a match at Annihilation 7. I defended the North S title against Katie Lux, and I had big plans.
For me, this was going in and proving to Eddie that I was worthy. And I walked out of there with cracked ribs and a bruised ego. And then what happens? The whole world shuts down.